Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. In today's video, I'll be answering the question that many people are wondering. What is wrong with Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid? Me, as a PSG fan, I've known Mbappe for 7+ years. So if there is anyone better to understand what's happening to Kylian Mbappe, it's me. First of all, we have to talk about is the realization. A lot of people didn't watch PSG that much. Mbappe PSG, they watched comps. Maybe they watched him in some certain UCL games when he maybe stepped up or something. But Kylian Mbappe, ever since the extension at Paris Saint-Germain, we all remember his 21-22 season. He was the best player in the world. I know Benzema did great stuff in the UCL, but like player for player, impact-wise, when Mbappe faced Benzema, Mbappe was the far superior player. He was insane. It was goals, he was assists, he was dribbles, he was everything. He was just insane. But ever since that extension, we obviously know at that time Mbappe wanted to go to Madrid, but the money and the power that PSG gave him was just too much to say no to. It was an offer he couldn't say no to. I know Mbappe wants to victimize himself and they held a gun at him and all of that. Just, he was just given too much power, too much money for only 2 years. And he was like to his mom, you know what? Let's just accept this. So at that point, Kylian Mbappe chose money and power over what he wants in his footballing career. And at that point, he told himself and told the rest of the world, I want to become more of a celebrity. I want to become more of a rich person than an actual football player. That's what I've realized. Obviously, he had the World Cup. That's a purple patch. He overperformed in that World Cup. But ever since that extension, Mbappe he's not been the same. I remember Mbappe from last season. He was cooked. 13 big chances missed. Ass in the knockout stages. Ass in the group stages. He's just not being the same. And now that he's at Madrid, people are like, what the fuck? This is not the... Well, it's because you guys have been watching clips for Mbappe 2018 World Cup. That's why. Mbappe is a totally different player now. So people have finally gotten a realization that Mbappe is not the same player anymore. We've obviously seen reports from Roma Molina, Mbappe is an alcoholic. He was obviously recently in Sweden with a lot of women. So I think there's some similarities to the bad stuff that people talk about Neymar, where he's not fully concentrated on football. I don't think Mbappe is fully concentrated on football either. He's concentrated in politics, having meetings with the French president and so on. And obviously goes clubbing, is with a lot of girls and so on. And that has affected how he is as a football player and how much he can impact game. The second thing is his role at Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe, player for player, is the best player in the world. There's no one that can impact a game as Kylian Mbappe on his day, because he hasn't been on his day for a very long time. And so he's an alpha. He's someone you build a team around. He's someone you create most of your chances for. Even when we had Neymar, Messi, Di Maria, these were servicemen for Kylian Mbappe. Now that he's at Real Madrid, he's like a half serviceman, half serviceable. I don't exactly know, because the Madrid team are not doing service for him. They're not creating. They're like expecting Mbappe to create for himself. Obviously, he can do that when he's at his best. But I don't think Mbappe has garnered the respect he deserves, in my opinion. I hate Mbappe, but I'm looking at this from a non-biased standpoint. Vinnie is still the alpha of that team. You're not going to get the best out of Kylian Mbappe if you're having him as a second man to Vinnie. It's just that easy. You will not get the best out of him. He's supposed to be the main man. Real Madrid have been wanting Mbappe for the past 5 seasons. And now they're doing this around Vinnie. Vinny's the alpha. I know everything that Vinny has done for the club, but when Mbappe comes, Mbappe has come. Obviously, I want to give an example to Cavani and Neymar. Cavani was the main man at PSG. Neymar came. It was a lot of fuss. At the end, either forcefully or he just accepted it. Neymar became the main man. He took the pens away from him, the free kicks, everything. Because Neymar was the better player. Obviously, Cavani and Vinny is not the same, but it's the same thing here. When a better player comes, you give him that right. Vinny, obviously, very insecure, wants to be the main man now that Benzema has finally left, and can't accept what's happening to Mbappe. But obviously, with the reports that we have seen, that Mbappe doesn't want to play as a 9, and I saw a report that said, Madrid fans can say, oh, we don't believe this is not reliable, but it said the project is for Mbappe and not Vinny, and that is completely true. Madrid was never built around Vinny. Vinny was just their best player. Mbappe, though, that's someone that Perez has wanted for a long time, and he's definitely the spearhead of this project. What will happen now is like a transition phase where Mbappe will steadily become the main man and Vinny will steadily become the Batman, Robin to Batman, which he has been his entire career. Brazil national team, he's Robin. Madrid, he's been robbing. Just last season, he was the main man. Even then, Bellingham was competing with him a lot. Second thing is position. They're playing Vinnie in his preferred position, but not Kylian Mbappe. Again, you have to prioritize Kylian Mbappe if you want to get the best out of him. And Mbappe, unfortunately, he's a spoiled child. So when he doesn't get what he wants, he either creates a fuss or looks completely lost on the field, which I've seen from Madrid. Like, he looks completely lost, unconfident, doesn't want to make the effort, doesn't really care. That's why, because Madrid haven't done what he wants. That's just who Mbappe is. Unfortunately, I saw at PSG when he didn't get what he wants, his hand like this, he doesn't give a fuck. And then when everything goes his way, he's happy, smiling and everything. That's it. We obviously saw in the recent game versus Osasuna, in the second half, Mbappe finally got to play in his normal position. Obviously, it was still ass. But going forward, if you want to get the best out of Mbappe, if you actually want this move to succeed, you make Mbappe as the striker. The thing with Vinicius is, he's like a half alpha, half second man. Like, he can accept the second man role. Mbappe would never accept second man role. The only time he was a second man when he was a youngster at Monaco and in like his first 2-3 seasons at PSG. Ever since then, he's accepted that he's the main man. And he's 25. It's not like he's past his prime or something. So he will still be expecting that. So I see Mbappe's start at Madrid as really bad because of it's not gone that well. But with time, now that Madrid have finally started to understand they need to play Mbappe as the main man. He is the main man. I think he will just get better for Mbappe and Real Madrid because Vinnie can still be very impactful in another position. Like Mbappe, they're playing him as a right forward. I know that Mbappe played on the right when he was like 17, 18. That's not the same Mbappe. It's like Ronaldo. When he was a youngster, he played on the right. That's not the same player. Playing Bale as a left back. He's not the same player. Just because he played it when he was a youngster doesn't mean he can still play that position and be at his most impactful phase. So, to answer the question, what is wrong with Kylian Mbappe at Madrid? A lot of people are overhyping how bad it has been because he's been fucking shit the past 2 seasons. Second of all, Real Madrid are not doing what they have to do to get the absolute best out of Kylian Mbappe. They're not creating enough service for him. They are expecting him to be a number 9 running in behind. Mbappe doesn't want to do that. He's a lazy. Mbappe plays like he's 35 Messi or 37-year Ronaldo. That's just who Mbappe is. Unfortunately, this is what Madrid fans have to accept. I'm just telling you the facts and the reality of the situation, and then you can have your own opinion about it. But if you want to see, if Mbappe wants to work out Real Madrid, you have to compensate stuff for him. You have to do stuff for him. That's what we had to do. You guys said we are prison. No, Mbappe is the prison. Because we have to do what he says so that he becomes happy and plays his best football. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what's wrong with Kylian Mbappe at Real Madrid. I mean, I've always shared my thoughts on this on live streams and podcasts, but I wanted to make a video so you can actually watch my full thoughts on Kylian Mbappe at Real Madrid. Do I want him to succeed? Absolutely no. But I know that Mbappe will not be this bad at Madrid. I know that it will only improve with time. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's me from boy PSG. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have anything against my opinion, please let me know in the comments down below and I will answer as soon as possible. That's been it from boy PSG, and as usual, allez Paris.